I'm with someone at risk of HD, so not diagnosed. His son is exhibiting signs of JHD, but I am fearful to suggest any possibilities. How would you recommend bringing up this subject?
Yeah, that's a difficult, scenario, but I think it's really important because knowledge is power and communication is so important. So I think probably the first thing is that it would be important for that person to talk to I'm going to call it a significant other, right? Because they said, I'm with somebody. Talk to that person, to that significant other, to find out what they know. So it's possible that this father knows a lot about JHD, is seeing those symptoms, and is totally worried about it. Or it's also possible that they're not even aware that Huntington's can come on. It's really hard to know because for those who have lived in this scenario where they may be at risk, they may be suffering, and the concept that their children might also be, wow, right? That's a whole nother level of psychological stress and trauma. And a lot of people deal with that by denial or not talking about it. It's really scary to think about, let alone talk about. So I think it would be helpful, and always in these conversations with loved ones, is that you stick your toe in a conversation. You don't just jump right in there, but you can start with small topics like, have you heard of juvenile Huntington's? What do you know about that? So even bringing up the topic as a question, just to first understand what that person knows about it. And then I think you can go from there, meaning depending on what that person's reaction is, you may need to educate them or, let's find about this together. I heard that Huntington's can come on in childhood. Maybe this is something that you should evaluate, or have you ever thought about that? But it's certainly something I think it's important to discuss, but gently and in phases. And most importantly, consider the fact that that person is already there potentially.
And I would just add that sometimes bringing up the symptoms, like I am noticing there's some changes in your son that are concerning me a little bit. You don't necessarily have to say JHD or, even HD, but just there's concerns. I'm seeing some changes. Are you seeing this? Are you concerned about it? What do you think about it? And sort of, stick your toe in the water, as Dr. Nopoulos said, that way as well. So just expressing that you have concern, you may be shut down, and then you say, okay, I'll try again later. And then they may say, yeah, I have been concerned about it. Let's talk about it.